Okay, YouTube, as you can see, our XR table is coming along. I just got this assembly, this top gantry. I just got the rod in. Tomorrow, I'm going to do the two side ones because I actually have to move the table this way just in order to feed the rod. Which I knew that was going to kind of be a pain in the butt, but I wanted to get it as close to where it's going to be as I could. And it really hasn't even been terrible. I have just enough room to work on that side. I can walk around the table. And I only need to move it a couple inches. So I'm going to pull, because the water table's secured down, I'm going to pull a measurement, see what it is square to the water table, and then I'll write that measurement down, and when I move it into my final place, then I will, when it's moved into its final place, then I know I'm good to remeasure it and make sure it's square. It's really not that hard to assemble. It's very, very time consuming, I will say, but it's really not that hard. It's like very similar to the Pros, but on steroids, I'd say. The stepping motors are way, way bigger. It's just built way heavier. I might have this too snug. I don't know. It moved really, really good before I put well, I take that back, actually. It felt a little snug, like this rolls really, really good. So I'll see what it's like after the rod's on, and if that hasn't changed, I'll probably just loosen up these bearings just a touch, because it just seems to be, be a little tough. But yeah, all in all, I really like the table. I don't think I've missed any steps yet, so that's good. But yeah, I really, really like the table. I think the plan is we're gonna mount the computer here. I don't know if it's getting mounted to the table or on the wall. And then our air system, we're gonna actually move it back a little bit and reroute it so like our air nozzles like in this area. Because before I'd have to pretty much like climb on top of the table if I wanted to unhook my air hose for whatever reason. But like right in this area, I want to have like the computer and the plasma and then the computer screen. All in all, I really like this table, and I'm really excited to start working with it. And I'm hoping, I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping I can start cutting it with it tomorrow. I don't know for sure, but that's the hope. That's the plan. And if not tomorrow, we should be ready to go by Thursday. But yeah, so that's a look at our Langmar System XR. Another thing you'll notice, we started hanging drywall. We're going to finish the shop. So we're going to do drywall all the way down, just all the way around. And then I just got 8-foot sheets. I'm going to get 10-foot sheets, and I can do from that rafter back. It will take 5 sheets, 10-footers. And then here, because it actually jogs up for the garage door, we'll do another 10-foot sheet. And then I'll just have to build like a little wall, which won't be too bad. But, and we're adding insulation. So already a lot of you guys are probably thinking, well, you're going to get splash from the plasma table. How are you going to, water and drywall don't mix? It's going to have like, what would you call it? Like almost like a wings coating, aluminum, and it's going to be right about following my finger line. So it's going to be over pretty much anything that should splash. And yeah, so that's going to have aluminum, and we might even do it along the back of the welding table too. This would probably be the last section that gets done because I'll have to pull the welding table out to do it. But the next thing we're gonna do is like from here over. I was actually waiting to the fall to do this. I was actually even kind of contemplating on even doing it or not, but I decided, why not do it now? And then it's just done. It's out of the way. It doesn't really cost much. And then it's just done and out of the way. And when we do move out of here, we have this nice finished garage, where we can do other stuff in, if, poker nights and stuff. And it'll just be nice and finished. And odds are I'll probably be working in here through the winter. So having it insulated really, really good again, that's going to be nice. Because, like, right now we have, like, a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of foam insulation, but there's tons of gaps and all the eaves are open. So we're going to pack it with R13, and it's just going to be nice. It should be quieter. It should be warmer in here. We might even hook up a heater. And then that way, in the winter, it's heated, and even when we move into the other shop, it's a finished garage. We'll probably put a coating on the floor when we're done, and it will just be nice. It will just be nice to have a nice finished area. So that's the plan for there. Like I said, probably in the next... I'd like to get this done sooner rather than later, but that steel rack is the only thing kind of wishy-washing me, because I was going to build a steel rack for outside. And I guess, honestly, looking at it, I probably have the steel to build the steel rack outside, but then it's just doing it. So, yeah, so it's like one of them weird things, like to hang the drywall, first I have to, build a steel rack, and then it's just all this. But my goal is in the next couple weeks to have this back half done, and then I can kind of start organizing it, and then we'll move on to this front half, which this front half should be pretty easy, because it's literally just like move that and that. Those come off easy. This whole wall is pretty much open, and then it's just the table, which the table's not terrible to move. Hopefully, what I'll do and have the time and money for is I'll actually just put that table on casters, because I would actually really, really like to just be able to roll it outside if I don't need it, or in the other shop I want to be able to roll it all around. I'd like to even be able to roll it around in here. There's some times where it's nice to get to all 4 sides of that big a table, so I'd like to just pull it right here in the center, and plus it's just easier to clean when things are on wheels. The only thing I don't want on wheels is the XR, and maybe like the tool storage cabinet, but that goes right to the ground anyway. So, but yeah, so that's where we're at. It's definitely going to be more crowded in here, but not actually terrible, because I used to keep in between here when we had the old table, I would keep that pretty empty, because that's how I would load sheets. Now I'm just going to have to load sheets from the side. But my goal is, so we'll have this here, and it will actually get brushed up against the wall, so it shouldn't stick out past the fab table, which it's about 6 inches, which we have 6 inches to go that way. That shelf is going to get gone through and yanked out of here. All that's going to be drywall. The brake is actually going to sit along that wall, and we're just going to keep this back wall clean. We'll have the computer maybe mounted on it and the hose reels and everything, but no steel on the back wall. Steel's getting moved outside. And then the press, it will go to about there on that wall. Then I want to get another one of those and have those two butted there. And then, the bandsaw might stay there. The welders might get pushed. There might be room for them on that wall. If not, the welders, at least the MIG welder, because we use that a lot, it can get tucked somewhere. Yeah, but that's the plan. Then that way, because my truck, you can pull it in here and work on it, but you better have that back wall clear. Otherwise, it doesn't quite fit. So, but yeah, that's my master plan. We've got a couple wires over there. I don't know who did the electrical in this thing, but we got to reroute those. And then I'm very, very curious and excited to see it insulated and finished. It's just going to look nice. And I'm to the point in life where I'm ready for things to look nice. And, you know, it's money spent, but like for Christmas, people always give me like Home Depot and Lowe's gift cards. So that's what's buying the drywall. And I've been saving up a little bit of the money we get through YouTube. So that's going to help out. And it's just going to be more better. It's going to look nicer in here. It's going to be brighter. Like this corner is already way brighter just being reflected off the drywall. So yeah, that's going to be way nicer. And we're going to do a light color, a reflective color. It's going to be brighter out here. I was telling my wife, actually, I says, you know, we drywall it and finish it. We're actually going to start doing better on YouTube because we'll look nicer and I guess you could say more professional. And people will cling to that. And then if we get the truck converted over to doing a new welding bed on it and everything looking sharp, that will look new. And then, you know, we could finish the fab table and paint it, and that would look nice. And just tons of things we could do, and it would look a lot nicer in here. And then we can start building the other shop. Main thing is, with the other shop, I don't want to get rushed. I want to just do it how I want to do it on my own time. So I'm good with, I mean, really not even spending any money doing this. It's more or less spending time and just finishing this, but then being quote unquote comfortable out here working. So that there's no rush to get to that other building other than just having more room. And then we'll get to a point where like eventually steel can go into the other shop and then we can just slowly move into the other shop. I don't want to feel rushed. So I just want to make my current working position better. And then, you know, because if something happens and, you know, it's winter and I'm just like, screw it, I want to be in the new shop. I want to have the new shop ready to go. So all we got to do is move equipment over there, which it's not even going to be that much. Like, we really don't even have that much in here. I'd love Langmuir System to send me one of their new press brakes, and then I would do away with that thing. I think I would do away with it. It is nice that one does 4 foot. I think the press brakes they came out with do 3 feet. So I'd probably keep it just to when I do have to do 4 foot brakes. But honestly, 90% of what we bend is less than 3 feet. So it would be nice to have one of those so that we could just, I mean, seriously, 90% of what we do on that thing could be done on a smaller one. And it would save us, just having it automated, it would save us so much time. Because right now we mark out every bend on every cut or we mark out every bend on every piece, and then we line it up by hand, no back gauge, and bend it, and it's super slow to bend because you gotta lock all the valves down, bend it, release them all, wait for the thing to slowly come up, pull it out, reposition it. It just takes way too long. So yeah, I'd love one of those. They could send me one of those, and we would give them a very, very detailed but honest review. So that'd be cool. I mean, I feel like they owe me something because when I bought the Pro, they sent me a hat. So I figured, you know, when I bought the XR, I'd get like a flag or a banner or something. But I didn't get anything, not even another hat. So, but yeah, all in all, I'm really, really excited to see this thing cut. I think into this setup, I'll have about $8,000. and I already had the plasma cutter. That would have pushed me closer to 10, and I already had the compressor, but because it was like $6,500 when I bought it, and then it was like $800 to ship it from Texas to here. And I am gonna do, instead of just the plug, I'm gonna do ball valves, and so I guess probably not even quite 800. 65 plus, you know, probably like $200, and like, if I end up going with cutting fluid, I might just do water. Yeah. Yeah, so all in all, everything was packaged really good. I'm happy with it. The only thing is, it was raining the day we got it, and I noticed all of these kind of rusted, but all the bearings looked good. I checked all them. I kind of shined a light inside here. That wasn't rusty. It's literally just a little bit of surface rust on all my nuts, or on my bolts. So, and then these have some rust on them, but I had those sitting outside unpackaged because they're going to get wet anyway. So, anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. We'll see you on the next video. Cheers.